We're isolating the sick and quarantining those who we believe were exposed.
The great thing about Contagion is that we really get to portray the scientists and the researchers as the heroes that they really are.
These individuals, these medical professionals, they are sent out when there has been an unexpected outbreak of a new virus, and their job is to find the pathogen of that virus.
It was very interesting to talk about how they personally react to such scary situation. They are trained not to panic.
It's basically like being Sherlock Holmes of the medical field, and it's been absolutely fascinating learning a little bit about that world.
Well, these EIS officers and World Health Organization officials are detectives. They're medical detectives. Doctors like Ian Lipkin and Larry Brilliant, who are advisors, and journalists like Laurie Garrett. They really are out there letting the people know what's going on.
Both Ian and Larry felt like the movie had an opportunity to get the truth out about the reality of this situation.
It was a real sense of security, like a security blanket, you know, to know that they kind of had our back on the set to make sure that everything we were doing, we were keeping as real as possible.
We even knew our Nautilus. It's not 2 anymore.
Most movies that are done about epidemics or pandemics, they usually don't pass the sniff test for epidemiologists. I think in this movie, the science is really good.
I can see some structures on the surface that look like glycoproteins, but there's nothing morphologically pathognomonic.
I think the most important thing in the story, even more than the virus itself, was to accurately portray how the people involved in disease investigations and public health do their jobs.
I want 25 rows, 10 beds apiece, the most febrile cases at this end.
You could listen to Kate Winslet asking questions about how should I feel? Am I happy that I put my life at risk? Is it worth it? I mean, it was fantastic.
I don't want to be the movie version of an EIS officer. I want to be an EIS officer. Every single EIS officer that I met just said, your hair, you just don't even do your hair. You wash your face, you brush your teeth, you go, you barely look in the mirror.
Kate wanted to know some of the experience of being on an actual outbreak, but also things like how much money does an EIS officer make?
It just tells you a lot about a person, whether or not she had a car, whether or not she had a partner or a family. They have to come from somewhere. You have to feel that that is a real person. You know, you have to be a pretty tough, brave individual to be able to do that.
I need you to clear his floor, right now.
It helps set a foundation for an actor to be able to handle items in a real way. Actors are always looking for ways to learn more about their world. In this case, medical world and the military world of the CDC.
We spent a lot of time working with the actors and trying to explain to them the organizational chart and how people do field work and so forth.
Their understanding of a subject so thoroughly that they can put it into very clear layman terms. I feel like I've learned an enormous amount.
If R0 is 2 and it doubles every 4 days, it's the 1918 pandemic all over again.
A few of the actors came through our lab and they spent some time learning how to work in a laboratory, learning how to extract genetic material, look through a microscope.
I was really fortunate to get a chance to spend 2 mornings with Ian Lipkin and his team to get a chance to be led through the baby steps of some experiments and finding DNA sequences, and it was really exciting. I've learned a lot.
The actors had to learn how to wear the suits, what the safety procedures were. They were great. We had somebody from UCLA, Natasha Griffith. She was instrumental in helping getting those procedures correct.
You know, the lengths that one has to go to in order to protect oneself, you know, they are fairly extreme. So we've had a lot of wearing of Tyvek suits and masks and so on and so forth, and, you know, double gloves with duct tape wrapped around the wrists and etc.
They had me do experiments and they talked me through them and told me what to do, and I was very interested to see, of course, the way that they did it, how at ease they are with their tools and the things they use to do their job.
Cook your samples, destroy everything.
We're making progress. I can do this.
If we can convey the feeling that we are as passionate about the roles we're playing as the actual people are, that's the key to this being successful.
Sorry I couldn't finish.
It's an extraordinary job that they do. It was fascinating and an honor to be around those people.
Marion and Kate and Fishburne's character all are basically trying to keep society afloat and the world alive. I mean, it's a pretty amazing job what these scientists do, you know, and how hard they work and how amazing and thrilling their jobs are.